guys, it's Reese, and today I have a video for those of you who are thinking about joining the gym, or maybe you have a membership but you're a little bit nervous because you're not quite sure how to go about the gym. Maybe you've never been there, or you're not quite sure what to expect or what the equipment means. So hopefully today's video will help those of you who want to start working out and going to the gym but are not quite sure what to do. So this video will hopefully kind of serve as a beginner's guide to starting the gym, just kind of my own tips and experience that I've had for going to the gym for quite a while now. And I first want to preface this by saying that there's no reason to feel uncomfortable at the gym. If you think everyone's staring at you or like they're waiting for you to mess up, I can promise you they're not. When I'm at the gym, I don't really pay attention to anyone, and if someone happens to glance your way or whatever, it's not that they're looking at you, it's just that that's where their eyes were. So don't worry, there's people of all different skill levels at the gym and no one knows whether or not you're a beginner. So just go in, act confident, and you'll be fine. So if you're ready for this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to get notified whenever I upload. So for those of you who have never been in the gym before, it's typically broken into 4 main areas. This is just what I have found from the few gyms that I've been in. Of course, every gym is different, but it typically has these 4 areas. The first area is going to be a cardio section. This is going to include the things like the treadmill, elliptical, Stairmaster. Cardio machines are machines that you're moving a lot and getting your heart rate up. Just think of like running and things like that. The next area is typically an open space, kind of for you to do whatever you want. My gym just happens to have kind of like fake grass down, but you might have a mat or just plain floor. It's just open for whatever you want to do. Next, there's typically going to be an area that has all of the weight machines. So these are like the scary looking things, but I promise you they're super easy. There's usually pictures on the side to follow, and it can work anything from your arms to your abs to your legs. It's just kind of all the machines with weights attached to them in the gym in one area. And finally, there's going to be a free weight area. So this is just weights that aren't attached to machines, such as dumbbells or barbells. This is where you can go and, you know, do your arm exercises or do some squats or something. And you'll typically find all of the buff guys trying to show off there with like their super heavy weights, but don't be intimidated. They start it at a low level like you as well. So typically those are the areas you're going to see when you walk into a gym. They might be a little bit smaller, a little bit different than the ones I show in my video because every gym's different, like I said, but hopefully you get a feel of where you're gonna go. So if it's the first time you're stepping into a gym, what I recommend that you do is head to the cardio section first. The cardio machines are super easy to follow and you can set the level of intensity to anything you want. I definitely wouldn't recommend starting off at a super intense level unless you're already athletic and you're used to like training outside of the gym and you kind of have that body already. But if you're like a level 1 beginner, don't start off on like a full sprint. Just hop on one of the machines, go at a slow pace. And what I really like about the cardio section is that it typically faces the rest of the gym, like you look out at the rest of the gym. And this way, while you're walking, you can kind of get a sense of how your gym's laid out, and you can kind of like watch people on how they use the machines and what movements they're doing, and kind of get a feel of how the machines work and what to do when you're done with your cardio. This is what I personally did when I first started out. I would just walk on the treadmill at a nice light pace, and I would just kind of spy on people and figure out like, oh, that's how you use that machine over there, or I wonder what to do in this area, and I would just kind of see what people do when they got there. After you've done some cardio, you kind of searched out the area, then go and pick a weight machine that you're willing to try. The machines should have like a little picture diagram on how to use them, specifically there for beginners like you, in case you've never walked into a gym before and you're like, what the heck do I do on this machine? All you gotta do is follow the pictures and set it to a weight that's pretty low at first, because like I said, you don't want to go too intense, and find a weight that is like a little bit easy to start with, but after you do the machine like 10 times in a row, at the end of the 10 times, it should get a little bit more difficult. The last thing you want to do is stress your muscles out and go way too heavy, because you can really hurt yourself. So it's much better to start at a lower weight and then to build up as you go to the gym more. A quick rule is to always wipe down the machines after you're done using them. Typically gyms provide like little sanitary wet wipe type things around the area where you can just take a wipe and wipe down where you sat or what your hands touched or whatever, just because it helps clean the germs. We're all sweaty there, we're a little bit smelly, so you know, you just want to wipe down for the next person that uses the machine. Alright, maybe you did a little cardio, you did some of the machines, kind of see what else you want to do. If you want to go to the open area, that's perfect to do like body weight exercises such as squats and lunges and things you could typically like do at home without a gym. I just find that it's so much more motivating once I go to the gym. I can do those things in the open area. The open area typically should have like a mat for you to do like ab exercises on, so you're not straight on the floor. It should have things like kettlebells and dumbbells, maybe like a foam roller or something. If you don't know what these things are, I'll put little like pictures up here. So pick a few things out, maybe lift some weights or grab a kettlebell and do some squats or something. Like I said, no one's watching you, no one really cares what you're doing, so do not feel uncomfortable or awkward. I promise you, you're fine. If you still are a little bit nervous about going to the gym, see if there's a friend that's part of that gym that you can go with, or a family member, someone that's been there before and kind of knows how to work the machines. This way they can show you how to use them or give you kind of a routine to follow, so you're not going in there completely not knowing what to do. I'm going to share with you kind of what my routine is when I go into the gym. It kind of changes every time, but I do kind of follow a pattern, so like it's like a semi-routine. The first thing I'll do is go to the cardio section and either pick the treadmill or elliptical and do cardio for about 20 or 30 minutes. Once again, set the intensity to whatever you like, whether you want to walk or you want to jog. Just don't push yourself too hard. I personally like to do cardio first because if I wait till the end to do it, I probably won't end up doing it, because cardio, it is a lot. You feel good afterwards, but I gotta do it first, just get it out of the way. Typically, each time I go into the gym, I'm working a different body part. So one day I might be working legs, the next day abs, the next day arms. So say I'm working legs, the next thing I'll do after cardio is head over to the weight machines and just choose a few of the leg machines and do them till I feel good. And finally, I'll head over to the open area, like the floor area, and do either some weighted exercises, maybe with like a barbell or something, or I'll just do body weight exercises. And I usually do that for maybe like 30 minutes. So my typical gym session is like an hour and 15 minutes, but once again, do it at your own level, at your own intensity. Make sure to give yourself a couple of sessions, maybe like a week or two of going to the gym to figure out what your routine is. You don't have to go in the first time and expect to stay there for an hour, hour and a half. If you just go in for like 20 minutes and walk on the treadmill, that's fine. Like, you went to the gym, you did your duty for that day. Do not put too much pressure on yourself to go like full-blown intense. Okay, so that is it for the video. I hope that gave you a little bit more knowledge about the gym and a little bit more confidence about going in. If you have any more questions, definitely leave them down below. I will try to answer them, or usually other people will answer them in the comments, and if I get enough questions, I can do a whole nother video that answers them. If you did like this video or find it helpful, definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up. It means a lot to me, and if you're not already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to get notified whenever I upload. I don't know what that was. Also, make sure to follow me on all my social media. Everything's always linked down below. Once again, if you had like a question or something, just shoot me a tweet. I'll answer you. And finally, I hope you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Make sure to stay tuned until next video. Peace.